As the 27th administrator of the U.S. Small Business Administration and the voice for America's 32 million small businesses and innovative startups, it is my pleasure to welcome America's entrepreneurs to the SBA's 2021 National Small Business Week Virtual Summit. Over the past 18 months, you have faced uncertainty, disruptions, and hardships on an unprecedented scale. Yet time and time again, you've overcome challenges and achieved hard-won successes, innovating and creating to find new ways to serve your customers, support your workers, and sustain your communities. Throughout the pandemic, the American entrepreneurial spirit has allowed us to meet this moment, and it continues to propel our nation forward. That's why this year, National Small Business Week is all about celebrating your resiliency and charting a path forward to a thriving and equitable economy that lifts up all small businesses and innovative startups in communities all across America, building from the bottom up and middle out to leave no one behind. Together, we're building our economy and this nation back better than ever, and small businesses are leading the way. I am so proud and so inspired by your resolve to hold on to and continue to reach your dreams. And I want to take a moment to share a few of your stories. Tan Cafe and Delicatessen, a family-owned restaurant in Beaverton, Oregon, has been serving authentic Vietnamese cuisine for more than 20 years. When the pandemic hit, Tan Cafe was forced to close its doors. In that moment of uncertainty, Vin and Mai made a choice, and like so many of you, they refused to give up. After securing emergency relief through the SBA's PPP program, they pivoted to their popular sauce line for home cooks, invested in building it out, which helped them to bring in new customers and expand online. Not only have they kept their business afloat, they've significantly increased sales and built an even brighter and more resilient future. Bright Futures, an education services company that provides revolutionary therapy and social learning services for autistic individuals, was born in a school for one in a West Virginia kitchen. A mother and a grandmother and a teacher who shared a common commitment to an extraordinary young man created a nonprofit, fought for autism insurance reform, and won. In 2012, with the help of SBA services and loans, they opened their own clinic. When the pandemic hit, they were forced to suspend their pilot program, but thanks to PPP support and an EIDL, economic injury disaster loan, they successfully weathered the pandemic and even expanded to a second location where they are able to help more autistic children reach their greatest potential. These are just a couple examples of small businesses that adapted and continue to be brave risk takers to survive, tapping into their innate creativity, ingenuity, and grit. There are also countless stories of those entrepreneurs who've gone above and beyond to offer a helping hand to others, even when they themselves were still struggling. Entrepreneurs who shifted focus to their neighbors, like Annapolis, Maryland-based restaurateur Monica Alvarado, who, after receiving SBA emergency relief to maintain her employees at the Bread and Butter Kitchen, recruited restaurants across Anne Arundel County to feed the hungry by keeping all of their kitchens open and their workers earning paychecks. This is a powerful example of the leadership that small business owners have shown throughout this pandemic in communities all across America. Or Claire King with Propel LLC, which is in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, a company that has received funding through the SBA's Small Business Innovation Research Program, also known as the America Seed Fund, to develop new textile innovations. When COVID hit, Propel pivoted from producing one-size-fits-all protective gear for emergency responders charged with stopping steam line links on board Navy submarines to generating 3D cloth masks at a rate of 2,500 masks per day. Claire and her team chose to step up when we needed them most and do their part to help countless healthcare workers lead the charge against COVID. Claire and the Propel team saved lives, and we thank them for their service. These stories from the pandemic amplify what we've always known, that small businesses are the pillars of our communities. Civic leaders, employers, neighbors, mentors, friends, America's entrepreneurs sustain our neighborhoods. You anchor our main streets, in fact, and you develop groundbreaking solutions to enduring problems on a local, national, and global scale. And now you're the vanguard for America's economic recovery. And today I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. The SBA is proud to continue to stand with you through thick and thin. We're here to make sure you have the tools, resources, and support you need to reopen, recover, and rebuild. From access to capital and disaster assistance to federal contracting, mentoring, exporting, and so much more in our growing portfolio of services. We're here to make sure that you and all of America's 32 million small businesses feel like the giants you are in our economy. You are the driving force for our growing recovery. As a group, small businesses create 2/3 of all net new jobs and deliver 40% of our nation's total economic productivity. Those aren't just numbers to me. I grew up in a small business family and I've been an entrepreneur myself. I know what it takes to start and grow a small business. Entrepreneurship is my passion because I know how it can change lives and sustain communities. I've seen it time and again. As the administrator of the SBA, especially during a time of historic challenge and opportunity, it's my job and my top priority to ensure that anyone can achieve the American dream of business ownership, no matter who you are or where you grew up. And I'm proud to say in my first 6 months on the job, we've scaled and improved to meet this moment. Since the pandemic began, the resources we manage at the SBA have grown dramatically from $40 billion to more than $1 trillion to serve millions of entrepreneurs. And our dedicated SBA team has worked countless long days and nights, dispersing loans, grants, debt relief, and other resources to help our nation's small businesses survive. And as the Delta variant continues to create uncertainties and challenges, we're continuing to deliver billions in emergency relief. But we're also going further for you. After all, President Biden's agenda isn't just to build back, it's to build back better. We want to meet this moment with you and transform our programs to make them faster, simpler, easier to use, because that's what works for small business. Our programs will be designed or retooled to be customer-centric, technology-forward, and equitable. In the past 6 months, we've launched 6 new programs nationally and revamped 6 more. This is all part of our efforts to be as entrepreneurial as the entrepreneurs we serve and put you, our customers, first. Through new technological innovations, such as our new mobile interface for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, or the streamlined PPP direct loan forgiveness platform for our smallest businesses, or the point of sale vendor program we launched with our Restaurant Revitalization Fund. We're working to understand your needs and meet you where you are. And we want to be sure that when you have a challenge or an issue, you can get help quickly. We've created dedicated new customer service lines. Our new customer portals aim to get you in and out in 10 minutes. We're also streamlining and automating to decrease the time it takes to process your applications. At the same time, we're implementing rigorous checks and protections against fraud and abuse to ensure funds get into the hands of the small businesses that these programs were intended to serve. As we work to build more robust systems and offerings at the SBA, we will be looking to use more technology, just as many of you have during this pandemic. We're also committed to making sure our programs are equitable so that we can reach all of our small businesses. Whether you're among the smallest of the small in rural and low-income communities, a woman or a person of color running a startup or other businesses, chances are good that you have been disproportionately impacted by the pandemic. We're using every tool to make sure your business isn't held back from capital and opportunity. And at the same time, we're pivoting to the future to ensure that you, our small businesses, are positioned at the forefront of our reimagined economy. President Biden's Build Back Better agenda, which is working its way through Congress as part of the reconciliation bill, is a roadmap of exciting opportunities for small business owners, opening doors across the economy through new programs to spur innovation, create new support networks, and provide capital. And it includes opportunities for small businesses to do business with the federal government and invests in our supply chains, which will create opportunities for you. And the once-in-a-generation investments advancing through Congress as part of the president's bipartisan infrastructure deal will be a game changer for our small businesses, with $1.2 trillion in infrastructure that will benefit all of us. Today, as I speak to you now, our world is filled with unknowns. The COVID pandemic has taught us to take nothing for granted. But it's also taught us that with optimism and determination, we can seed our own success and lift ourselves, each other, and this nation in the process. We know that you, as America's small businesses, understand this better than most and are up to the task. You will help the nation come out of this crisis stronger, better than before. And I couldn't be more proud to be your advocate, your voice, and your partner. Thank you for joining SBA's National Small Business Week. Keep your spirits up and continue to follow your dreams, and know that we're here alongside you.